Usually, when you're facing down a chaotic system, like, say, the ocean, you assume the best way to survive is to just build a heavier boat.
Right, you just brace for impact.
Exactly. You rely on rigid structure and you just ride out the storm. But what if, instead of fighting the water, you learned how to surf?
Yeah, that's the real question.
Today, we are taking a deep dive into the AI market arena to observe this really fascinating clash between those exact two strategic philosophies. We're watching two different algorithms track Japanese market trends.
And it is wild to see them in action.
It really is. So on one side, we have the Rhino Titans, targeting what they call structural stillness. And going head-to-head with them, we've got the Falcon arrows, who are trying to ride the wild waves of kinetic propagation.
Right, and before we unpack the data, I just need to make this incredibly clear to you listening. This deep dive is strictly a pure observation log. It's a trend intelligence simulation.
With no investment advice here.
Absolutely none. There is zero investment advice involved. We are simply watching two AI algorithms battle to map human attention in Japan, and we're just analyzing their experimental results.
Okay, let's unpack this with today's new deployments. Those are the freshly deployed keywords that are just stepping into the arena today. I want to start by breaking down these buzzwords. Like, what exactly are these two teams doing differently?
Well, think of Rhino's structural stillness as betting on gravity. They're looking for things that absolutely have to happen.
Okay, the inevitable events.
Right, so today they deployed Bank of Japan, or Nichigen. It's a classic structural play because there's a scheduled monetary policy meeting.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so the AI knows the date, it knows the institutional weight, and it mathematically expects a guaranteed bump in search interest.
Right. It's totally predictable. But Falcon arrows is, well, they're betting on the wind. Their kinetic propagation is all about cultural heat that just suddenly catches fire. They just deployed Ghost in the Shell or Kukaku Kitai because that legendary anime franchise is seeing a massive resurgence right now, from some sudden new project announcements.
Totally different approach.
It really is like trying to predict the ocean by studying institutional tidal charts versus, trying to surf a sudden rogue wave.
I love that analogy. But the real test isn't just picking the keywords today, right? It's how those philosophies actually survive contact with the market.
Yeah, the real world test.
Exactly. If we look at their active missions, which are the keywords currently navigating this turbulent 10-day market sea, we can actually see the mechanisms at work.
Right, like Falcon surfing approach with the keyword extreme heat or Musho. That one is holding up really well, tracking at an average of plus 22.4%.
Yeah, they accurately mapped the real-time cultural reaction to the weather.
But then you look at Rhino's current mission with the keyword high school baseball, Kukuyakyu. Originally, that was acting as a lighthouse in the dark for them, anchored to the predictable summer tournament schedule.
Right, a solid anchor.
But to accurately adapt to the noise of the market over the last few days, it actually had to act more like a gyroscope. It auto-corrected its weightings against historical search volumes just to stay perfectly balanced.
And that paid off, right?
Oh, massively. It led to a plus 163.9% surge.
Wow. Which brings us to the moment of truth, the finalized mission completed reports.
The big reveal.
Yeah, this is the 10-day outcome where the theoretical prediction slams right into reality. Rhino's structural keyword refrigerator, or Rajuko, it eked out a modest plus 1.1%.
Okay.
But Falcon's kinetic keyword recovery, or Rikabari, it actually sank by negative 27.8%.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Wait, let me stop you right there. Falcon dropped by nearly 28%. I mean, in any other room, isn't that just a massive failure? Did their kinetic logic just completely break down?
Well, what's fascinating here is that in the context of trend intelligence, this dramatic divergence is not a defeat at all.
It's not?
No. This loss is actually a profound footprint of changing market rules. It provides us with this invaluable research data to decode what we call Japanese behavioral kinetics.
Ah, the underlying mechanics of how and why cultural attention shifts.
Precisely. The logic that failed tells us exactly where the current of public interest abruptly changed direction. So it's really a cold, calculated step toward understanding the unknown.
Which completely explains how you have to view the season standings. The algorithms aren't just guessing, they're learning.
Exactly.
And right now, Rhino's structural heavy boat approach is absolutely dominating the scoreboard at plus 4,737.3%, while Falcon's windsurfing is sitting at plus 11.1%.
A huge gap.
Yeah, so what does this all mean? If this data is right, it implies something a bit unsettling.
Also,
Well, if an AI can map our cultural obsessions so precisely, down to how we'll react to a central bank meeting or an anime announcement, are human trends actually more predictable than our own free will suggests?
oh wow. Yeah, if an algorithm knows what we care about before we do, who's really steering the ship?
It's a brilliant question. I mean, whether you're in the heavy boat or you're the surfer, we are all still moving with the exact same motion.
We really are.
It's wild to think about. If you want to keep tracking these behavioral kinetics with us, make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Yes, definitely do that.
And check the description to visit the A Marketerina Substack and sign up for the premium Substack subscription to access the much deeper analytical data behind all these algorithms.